So I'm going to talk a little bit about Omnibus and the approach that we took for end-to-end testing. So when we started to look for solutions to this problem, we had like two requirements in mind. First one, it had to be an independent tool that would test Omnibus in virtual machines, remote servers, or whatever we want. And then we had to make plenty of assertions, so the tool was needed to be capable of making assertions around the package lifecycle and how the package would affect the system where it's installed. So we searched for frameworks and existing tools, but we didn't find anything that wouldn't require a lot of effort on our side to create some integrations and such. So we decided to go and write our own tests in pure Go. The idea of this approach is that we were going to use the ability of Go to compile the tests themselves into a binary. We're going to push that binary to a remote location, and then we're going to run the binary to run the tests. So this that you're seeing on the screen is an example of a test. We rely heavily on helpers like install Omnibus or check API version. And as you can see, the test goes as simple as, for example, to test an update of Omnibus from one version to the next. You just basically install one version, assert that there are no automatic backups generated yet, update to the next one, and assert that the version matches, and then check that at least one backup has been generated during the update. So the test code ends up being quite small, quite narrow, but easy to change and easy to improve. And this approach has the added benefit that if at some point we need to use any other tool that we already have, so for example, I'm thinking on testing the installation, we can import the API client that we already have in the server code, and we can use it to not only to install the tool, but to create the initial user, make posts on the initial team, and that sort of thing. So it's a nice approach in the sense that it allows us to reuse plenty of the tooling that we already have. And this is how the test looks, and this is how they run. What you're seeing here is an Ubuntu virtual machine. I have the binary already pushed, and to run it is basically what you would expect. We're going to get the format of the Go test output that we already know. It's a little more verbose because some of these actions tend to take more time. So you want to give more feedback to the user that is running this. But this can basically be pushed to any remote location and be used to run the tests in a detached manner. And that's my demo.